Hi, let us see the demo for the web string ERP. This is the ERP wherein which you can have like more, it is divided into modules, and it is a multi-branch system, and even you can actually keep the different type of activities also as different branches if you need to have a separate P&L, trial balance and balance sheet for each of any of your activities. So this is the login screen. Here you can select which is the branch or activity. Okay, I will actually log in. So in the left you can see all the modules, different modules which is available with our ERP. First, and also here you can see the settings. Here you can the organizational profile is the place where you can modify your company information, and you have branch profile wherein which you can have multiple branches or activities, and you can actually have a separate document prefix number also. So you can see this is the branch management. You can actually edit any branch related information. Okay, and save it. Next comes the user profiles. You can create new users here. You can actually find old users, whoever it is. You can select change their password, and you can block them. These type of operations you can do it from here. Then there comes the user role management, meaning for any particular user you can actually give permissions. So whether it's show, and it is actually connected to each form wise. So all the informations you can see here, all the forms which is there in the ERP, you can actually give permissions for each operations. So next is all the opening balances. This is during the starting of the system. You can use it for the ledger opening, receivables, payables, employee, and product opening balance also. You can set up your tax here, whatever the asset types, furniture, all these information you can do here, like furniture, decoration, vehicles. You can assign what is the chart of accounts, ledger accounts. You can link it with this one so that it posts in the appropriate ledger accounts. Similarly, invoice payment setup is also there, wherein which you can actually say what type of payments you are actually getting, whether it is cash, Visa, Mastercard. If it is a retail sales, you can actually even mention the check also, and what are the accounts, which account it will be linked to in the chart of accounts finance. You can actually mention it here. Okay. Next will be the expenses. What are the expenses, and how you wanted to set up those expenses, which account it needs to go. So when you make a expense entry, you can just select which of these one expense name, and it will be applied to that account, to that ledger account. Banks also you can set up, so all the banks which is there you can select, and you can mention their PDC collection and bills payables also. So we will go into the main modules. So first comes in the business partners. Here you have leads. So this is lead management. So you can actually mention all the any client who comes as a lead, then you can actually change them to client. So you have all the information accordingly. So first name, last name, which company, all type of information you can mention it here. Mobile number or the landline number is the important key information it will be. Okay. Similarly, the clients or customers, it's the same. You can create those customers in here. You can search it from this place. So here you can see all the client details. So when you select any client, okay, and press OK, so it gives you the information. You can add additional information also, marketing information, how they knew about us. You can actually give a special products discount for clients as well. So this is how you create the clients place. Next you have the suppliers. All the suppliers, it is available in here. Okay, so which are the suppliers whom you actually from where you buy, all the supplier details, and you can also provide the TRN number. So now we will see the employees or the staff. Here you have all the employee details. You can enter their main is department, gender, nationality. You can also provide their passport, visa, labor card information, even their personal and your other details. And you can also upload their document to the system, so that it will give you alerts whenever necessary. You can actually add their passport, visa, everything. You can add it to the system itself, and it will give you alerts when it is going to expire. Okay, so this is how you do all the employee wise employees. You can add in like this. You have like passport details, you have your personal information, official, when they joined, date of joining, when they went last leave. If you're taking payroll module, then these all will be automatically used in that one. If the person is a salesman, you need to just mention like that is a salesman, so that when they make any sales, we will actually know that this is actually linked to that one. Okay, so next we will go to the finance module. So in the finance module, you can see you can create your own chart of accounts. There is no, you can create as many chart of accounts as you want. Basic will be there always, and you can actually modify, you can add. You can have like multiple levels, but keep in mind that when you are actually making for sales expenses, proper appropriate account needs to be updated. So this is how like here you have your chart of accounts. Next you can see your journal voucher. So here you have your journal voucher. You can add new vouchers, search for the existing vouchers. Next you have your receipt voucher. This receipt voucher is for receiving payments from the customers, and it can be cash or credit card, whether it can be current data check or PDC checks also. Even bank transfers also can be added to this one. Next comes your payment voucher. This is for actually paying the paying the suppliers. You can actually make through bank transfer. It can be through check payment. It can be through cash. Also, like it can be done by this particular voucher. Suppose if you have due payments, then you have your debit note and your credit note vouchers. Then you have your and each in if you see in each one, in each this thing, like you can see there is a branch part, so it will go to that appropriate branch or to that appropriate activity, so you can actually manage everything separately. So next we will see what is internal settlements. Internal settlements is nothing but like you are adjusting your invoices against the payments. So for this form can be used. Next you have your PDC maintenance. So all your PDCs for receivable and payable for a particular period of time, and for different banks also you can check, and even you can modify it from here also. Then you have, if you are purchasing uh, from im- from outside UAE, you can use this order open so that all the expenses can be put. It can be either LC, TT or TR, and you have the LC expiry date, so you will know how much foreign amount against how much dirhams you have to do. And you can actually, this will be available in the journal vouchers, expenses, everywhere. So you can post in all the expenses for a particular order, so that finally when you are making your good received for foreign, all these expenses will be applied. Next you have your depreciation calculation. So here you can see that depreciation calculation, which can be done monthly, and you can just need to press process and all the depreciations will be automatically made, as well as the JV will be posted. Then you have your voucher search. Here you can search all the vouchers, whatever it is, like cash, local received, all the invoices, cash invoice, sales return, all the vouchers for the accounting transaction, how it has been made. You can actually search and you can actually go from here also. For example, if I am actually checking any JV, so you can see all the JVs here, each transaction. Just double click and it will go to that particular JVs. So in this way you can also print this form. Then you have your expenses entry. Here you will add all your expenses. As I told, like you have your expense type, what type of expense. You can just mention the invoice number. You can actually mention the description, how much amount total, by line also you can make, or bill by bill also you can make, based on the date. So it will be made and it will be posted. Next you have your assets master. So you can select your asset class, then you can enter your own code, purchase, description, model, quantity. So quantity, unit price, it will come from the purchase of the assets, so it will automatically update it here. You just need to create the asset here, and based on the purchase quantity and the purchase date, it will update here automatically. Then you have your reports. You have your general ledger. You can select for which branch. Then you can search for example, computers 121. So we enter the dates here and we will press show. No, so it will start, and you get those informations here. So all the debit, credit, balance, and from which branch it is, all these details you will get. Similarly, you have your statement of accounts for the clients. You have your asset list. You have your accounts balance list for receivables, payables, staff and general expenses. You can take it. You will get a consolidated report. You have your PDC. You have your profit and loss. So from 1st Jan, you want to know the details. You have your profit and loss statement here. So what is the month movement, year to date, and finally all the expenses. You have your total admin expenses, other details. Okay, and you have your net profit here. Similarly, you have your trial balance. Just select as on date, show. Here is the trial balance. So you have your moments, you have your closing balance. So initially when you are actually transferring your details, it needs to be proper. Otherwise, your trial balance and all will not actually match. Okay, apart from that, you have your balance sheet, you have your expenses report. Every expense like which you have made, you can actually take. You have your sales register. Okay, so in the sales register, you can actually say from first. This is used for the tax purposes. So you can see all the invoices which is made during the period, which is cancelled. All it will come here. Okay, even your refunds also will come. So the total sales before discount, your after discount, your tax amount, your total amount. So you have the sales register in here. Similarly, you have your purchase register, so all the purchases you have made for the period. So this is with the finance module. Next we'll go to the sales module. So in sales module you have your quotations. You can start from the quotation. You can actually create the quotation. You have your barcode here, or you can add your product. Okay, so if you need a product you wanted to add, just need to add that one, and you can send this quotation to your clients. The beauty is, like, when you finish this one, you can actually make sales order with this one, and you can also make invoice with the same thing. If it is a retail part, no problem, you can go to the POS part, where in which you have the sales invoice in terms of the, you can actually scan the barcode here, and that info that it will actually add. You can also add the product from here. Okay, so it will also mention like whether you have that quantity or not. Then you can go to, you can change the price here, quantity also. So it will automatically have all the, you can actually give discount on the whole, and you can actually collect payments also. So if it is Visa, you can mention Visa, total amount paid, and you can save. And you need to select the client. You can select the clients by walk-in. Okay, so this is how you can make a sales invoice through POS. Or you wanted to make a normal sales invoice, it can be done like this also. This is without payment. If you are receiving the payment at the same time, you can use this one, where in which you can actually create your client then and there itself. Also you can actually press add, and you can actually create clients here. So you can also see how much they owe us also in here. Okay, so you can actually press add here, and you can add new client also. So it's simple, you can put the barcode, or you can add it by searching here. And when you actually select any item, you can, on the right hand side, you can see how much stock is available. you have like warehouses, so in each warehouse how much you have stock available also it will show you here. So if I am adding this one, okay, quantity don't have, I am changing the price to 100, changing it to 2, 3, so 300. So total amount is due. You can actually give discount in a line basis also, okay, or you can give it for the whole discount for the whole invoice. So finally if you are giving the payment, you can actually do multiple payments. Suppose here you can say 100 they paid by cash, 100 they paid by cash and balance by Visa. Then it will be like cash and card, and you just press save, and you will have the invoice, which you can actually give it to the client with all the information, tax invoice. Next you have your refund, wherein which you can actually make refunds also. Then you have the customer receipts. This customer receipts is, suppose you have an invoice, sales invoice which you made, wherein which the client did not pay, so you wanted to receive payment, you can actually use the client receipts also. You can also, in this way you can actually link the paid unpaid invoices also. So when you select client, you can see whenever I select any client, okay, so I can see all the unpaid invoices here and how much they actually owe us, okay, and from which branch. So you can actually we will know. So you just need to double click, so against this payment it will be there, how they are going to pay, whether by check, cash, Visa, it's up to you. Then you can actually save this one. Then you have your sales report, your daily sales, detailed sales invoice, this invoice list with profit. This will show you all the invoices, the profit list. See, it will show you how much profit you, the cost it will come, and how much gross profit you actually achieved for this, for all the invoices, invoice wise. Then you have your sales order tracking. Suppose you have a sales orders, and you want to track those sales orders by different methods. You can do all pending, without job cards, without invoices. These job card parts will come when you have some event and you are doing the for the event. Okay, so you will create the event as a product, and you will actually add all the material as bill of material. What are the things you are actually going to use for that one? So when you create the sales order, the job order is created, and the cost, everything it will calculate. Okay, so for that reason, like for those sales orders you can actually use this to track them. Not only that, even if you are making sales orders in you are making sales orders for normal invoices also, that's fine. You can very well search for those items in here. Okay, next you have your inventory, you have your product master. So the product master, you can differentiate different makes, category, and you can give maximum discount, and your barcode, what is your cost price, retail. If there is any overhead, you can mention the sales tax or the VAT, purchase tax. You can have the different unit of measurements. You will have a base unit, and for that, like if you are purchasing a higher unit, so you can add it in here. You can also mention whether it is an inventory item or only for retail, whether it is for retail, and whether it is a raw material. Raw material in the sense like where it will be used, if it is an event or if it is in the production. Suppose if it's a production, then it will come in the raw material, job cards, and all those things. So bill of material you can create. And if it is an inventory item, then inventory is uh, maintained for that one. If it is not an inventory item, if it is just a normal services, or it's a delivery charges, whatever it is, like, you can have it in here. You just need to uncheck this one. You can also mention like how which supplier. You can search. When you click search, you have your all the details. It will come here. When you go in, you can see the maximum discount, what is the retail price, all such type of things you can maintain to create and edit product. Then you have your warehouse management. Warehouse management is something for creating warehouses, different warehouses, and you wanted to maintain those warehouses, suppose as a finished stock, as a raw material. So this can be used to create multiple warehouses. Stock issue voucher is general issue voucher, which you can actually send it to different accounts. uh, Suppose if there is any cost wise, like a damaged products is there, so this you can actually put it in separate account you create, and you can put it in that so that you can maintain it later, or you can get those informations in a later stage. Next, you have your stock adjustment voucher. The stock adjustment voucher is to maintain the stock, and you wanted to make the stock in the system as well as in your actual physical stock. To adjust those, you can use this voucher to physical stock adjustment. Then you have your location transfer. Suppose you wanted to transfer from one location to another, meaning suppose you have a main company, and from there you wanted uh, to send it to different branches, so you can use this voucher. So location, press add, you will know. So if you are having like multiple branches or multiple activities, you can actually send from one activity to another activity also, or from one branch to another branch, and to specific warehouses also. You have a stock split voucher. Suppose you get in a lot, or you wanted to split the same item to make it into another item. You get one big bundle, and you wanted to make that bundle into separate small portions, so you can use it here. So there will be a main product which comes in as a lot, and you can convert into sub products. So this particular voucher can be used, and you can save the details. Suppose you can see like one main product, and it is converted into different small products, so you can do that. So then you have your inventory reports, product movement, consolidated stock, and product master. All these you have it in here. Next, you have the purchases. There is purchase order. You can make the purchase order, approve it, take printout, send email. You can do it in this one. You have your good received voucher. When you bring the material, when the supplier brings the material, you can put it in here, and it can be pa- uh, partially you can actually receive also. And one more thing is like you can actually pay the supplier for this invoice in the invoice itself. So this is already paid, so you can see the payment voucher here. If it is not paid, then you can actually, so paid, so it will come as if it is cancelled, you cannot do anything. But This one you can see there is a pay button. So when you press pay, it will ask whether you wanted to do cash, credit, or bank transfer. You can select by bank transfer and proceed. Then you can actually make a bank transfer, or you can actually make a check also. So if you click bank transfer, it will go as bank transfer, or you can make check. So you can do this operation from here itself. So it will give you all the information. All you need to do is press bank transfer, add, and save. So this invoice will be paid. Next you have the import. These purchase requisition, purchase order, these are all for import purchases. Then you have your purchase order for assets, and you have your good received. All these things are very similar. Only thing is where it goes, the system automatically assigns to the respective places. So if you see, all the forms will look the same, but each has its own job. Suppose this assets, like it will take from assets and it will post it into the assets. Similarly here in the good received voucher, here it's a bit different for imports, because you have the foreign total amount and the local amount and how much the cost factor, all these informations you will have it in here. So when you apply that, in that manner the cost will be calculated. Then you have all your purchase report, the local purchase report. Mostly you have your search. This is a products purchase order search, wherein which you can search for separate branch, all which is approved, for which the order is closed or not, and also like you can actually select which type of uh, you wanted to search. So if I'm doing this one and search, so it gives me all the LRVs or the good received vouchers. Okay, if it is, I'm looking for personal, so you can see whether it is closed. Closed means this particular LPO is closed completely by receiving all the material. Pending means still the materials are yet to come. So in this way you can have, in one place you can have all these details. Next we have the marketing part. You can give offers and promotions, you can have your loyalty points set up, and you can have a gift card management. If you wanted to make SMS services, this system is already ready, SMS ready. All you need to do is buy SMS and we can put it in here. We have your CRM reports, who is the top people who actually spend, top products, new customers. All these information you can get through this CRM report. If you are needing for any HR payroll management, if this HR payroll management you need to buy additionally. So but it has all the details. You can have fingerprint machines and the system will download all the attendance from the fingerprint. From attendance you have your leave encashment, annual vacation, other leaves, vacation rejoin, you have your loan management, then you have your salary process, employee request, resignation, termination. This is resignation, this is termination, and you have your employee request. Suppose if an employee wanted to have any type of request, you can add your own request, and you can also ask the system to notify in the final settlement. You have your loan management, in which like you employee can apply for loan and it can be approved, how much and the installment amount. So the system will take those installment automatically every month. There is the salary process, where in which you can start the process, and it will make the process for which month, and you can see the report. Once you approve, then the JVs are automatically posted. You can go for leave encashment, um, leave encashment only for leaves, and even you can go for vacation, annual vacation also. Okay, so these are all continuously, uh, it will be under one roof. Then you have your payroll reports, employee document expiry, gratuity report, and the gratuity report in the sense for the accountants, like they need every month, like how much gratuity has already been gone, how much needs to be. And you have your leave encashment, vacation, who went for vacation this month, and you have your monthly salary report, you have your pay slip. So this is one. So all your needs will be fit in this software. And if you are having any event types or manufacturing, you can also have the manufacturing. You have the bill of material, the product, job cards, the production requisition. You have your stock completion voucher, production issue voucher. You have your manufacturing reports. So it's a one-stop shop for everything. And all sales related information, purchase related informations, once you make those vouchers, the accounts will be automatically updated. So there is a less work for the accountants. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.